Hello friends, how you doing? Day 617. Hope you're doing amazing on this Wednesday night. So, I titled my header, Are You Being Greedy Enough? And my question is, are you being greedy enough? And how did that come about? I read a quote from Andrew Carnegie on essentially one of his life's driving forces. So he basically said, I will spend the first half of my life making a ton of money, then the second half giving it away. I might be paraphrasing a little bit, but that makes a lot of sense. Essentially, he spent a lot of his productive years making as much money as possible, so that he can actually focus on giving it away and making society a better place. And so I think sometimes people grow up with the belief that money is evil, money is bad, right? But money can actually do a lot of great things in the hands of good people with good hearts. And I think sometimes people who have good hearts, sometimes they think, well, you know what, I don't need to make a ton of money, and as long as I take care of myself, give a bit here, give a bit there, that's good enough, right? And I was kind of one of those people before, until I got around some people who were doing more in their life. They made a lot more money, and they were also impacting a lot more people. And I started to form a new belief in that money is a phenomenal tool and resource to actually have more options, to be able to help more people. And money has no soul. It is just a tool. What you do with the tool is up to you. And so, you know, what is it? The example, when you go on a flight, they say in the event of an emergency, make sure you put the oxygen mask on yourself first before putting on a child or someone else who may need it. And why is that the case? It's because if you don't have enough oxygen, you can't help anybody. In fact, you'll probably be dead. So most important thing is put the oxygen mask first so that you have enough oxygen for yourself, and then go help somebody else. And so obviously in this example, with regards to money, same thing. Have you taken care of your finances enough that you're taken care of, and that you don't have to worry about it, so that you can go help somebody else? It doesn't mean that you hoard everything along the way, right? You can still give along the way, but are you, well, depending on what your goals are and what your vision for your life and why you're here on this earth, okay? What type of impact or what type of legacy you want to leave. If it's a small one, then, donating a little bit here and there to charity is all good. But if you want to make a bigger impact, if you want to, create a positive legacy, then you know what? You're going to have to make quite a bit of money to be able to do that, impact a lot of people along the way. And so make sure you take care of yourself first, financially, so that you can actually use the extra resources to go impact and help others. And so, of course, there's a lot of steps along the way, right? A big part of it is financial education. You have to learn how money works, so that you can actually create a positive position in that area. Unfortunately, we're not really taught that at school, or anywhere really, unless you actually seek it out. And so, that's one of the things that I'd love to see the education system add, is to teach young people how to actually manage money, how to, what are the basic principles of actually creating a solid financial foundation, instead of allowing, I'll say, certain predatory practices from banks and so forth, trying to, get people into debt. I could definitely go on around with that, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to say, just kind of summarize, what type of impact you want to make, and if you want to make a big impact, then, you have to be selfish, and be a little bit greedy at the beginning in terms of just creating enough money, cash flow, positive financial situation, so that you can actually give a lot more on a larger scale down the road. Okay, and so obviously this is from someone who's very, very successful, okay, and made a huge impact. And I think another example, there's lots of different examples, where Warren Buffett talked about how he wants to be giving most of his wealth away before he dies, while he's living. which I think is just a great example. Because why do you make all that money in the first place, right? It's not to hoard it; it's to be able to make a contribution. And I think a lot of people think that way, or would like to, anyways. And I think we can learn a lot of lessons from people already making the type of impact that we want. And so, obviously, there's a lot that goes towards that. Another thing is, again, just self-care. Take care of yourself, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, obviously, mentally, so that you can actually go and help more people. Okay, so again, it's just a principle that will apply in every area of your life. Okay, so that's just something I want to share for tonight. Hope that helps you guys, and maybe it gets you guys to think a little bit different about something else. Anyways, have a great night, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.